this wasn't T-Rex. This was Tarbosaurus, the ghost king of the Gobi. 70 million years ago, the heart of Asia, a land of floodplains and dust. Here, one name is whispered on the wind: Tarbosaurus. He is the cousin of the American king, but he rules a harsher kingdom. Built lighter, sleeker, an ambush hunter of the river deltas. When the shadow fall, the floodplain holds its breath. Sudden, violent, 5 tons of bone and muscle, walking with absolute silence. If you see him, it is already too late. A rigid skull, locked tight, built to handle the stress of a crushing bite. The desert trembles. He is the ghost of the Gobi, the apex of Asia, a predator forged in a land of extremes, the Tyrant of the East. The Nemegt Formation, not a swamp, but a lush delta slicing through a harsh desert. Here, life clings to the water, a green ribbon of survival. The air is thick, humid near the water, bone dry just a mile away. These channels are the highways of the Cretaceous. Everyone comes here to drink. Giants roam here, Nemegtosaurus, titans that even a Tarbosaurus thinks twice about. But the bread and butter of the delta are the hadrosaurs, Saurolophus, plentiful and vulnerable. It seems peaceful, but in the Nemegt, the weather turns quickly. The wet season brings storms, flash floods that reshape the river daily. And in the mud, a signature. He uses the river channels to move, hidden by the banks. The evidence of his passing is everywhere. Night falls, the advantage shifts to the hunter. In the moonlight, the shadows have teeth. Dawn returns. The survivors breathe a sigh of relief. But to understand how he rules this river, we must look inside the machine. He is similar to the American king, but forged by a different pressure. Sleeker, narrower, built for the open plains. The skull is unique. The nasal bones are fused tight, a rigid locking mechanism that doesn't bend when he bites. 60 teeth, serrated like steak knives, designed to slice through hadrosaur skin. The jaw muscles are massive. Once he clamps onto a victim, the rigid skull locks into place. He doesn't let go. To wield that heavy head, the neck is a shock absorber, pure muscle. And the arms? They are vanishingly small, the smallest arm-to-body ratio of any giant predator. Almost useless. He doesn't need arms. He is a mouth on legs, pistons built for a marathon. The feet are broad, spreading 5 tons of weight across the soft river mud. The tail is his rudder. Without it, the heavy skull would tip him face first into the dirt. Massive lungs power the machine, oxygenating the blood for the hunt. His skin is tough, scaly, a desert camouflage of grays and browns. He bears the marks of his own kind. Face biting is how they settle disputes. 33 feet long, 4 tons. He is smaller than T-Rex, but still a giant. His bite is not a slice, it is a crush. Bones explode under the pressure. His eyes face slightly sideways. He relies heavily on hearing and smell. The olfactory bulbs are massive. He can smell fear. He patrols a vast territory, an endless march for calories. He is not a marathon runner. He is a sprinter, an ambush specialist. Total control. He can freeze instantly. The machine is ready, and the target is in range. The herd is relaxed. They believe they are safe in the open. But the reeds hide a giant. He has been waiting here for an hour. Stealth is critical. One splash, and the meal is gone. Something feels wrong. The lookout senses a presence. He freezes. Total discipline. Luck is on his side. The wind shifts, carrying his scent away. Target selected, the straggler on the edge. They bunch together, safety in numbers. But one has made a mistake. Now! Panic! The herd scatters! He is a battering ram. Nothing slows him down. A miss! The mud makes the footing treacherous, but the river claims its due. A slip. That is all he needs. The jaws lock on. The trap shuts. The herd does not look back. Survival is for the selfish. 4 tons of dead weight. He drags it like a rag doll. The energy cost was high, but the reward is life. He must eat quickly. The smell of blood travels fast in the desert. Bone, marrow, it all fuels the engine. The guests arrive, waiting for scraps. But the king does not share, not yet. The sun sets on the Namecht. The tyrant has fed, but he is not the only giant in this valley. A kill this size attracts attention. The Tarbosaurus, small, fast, and bold. A single look is usually enough, but hunger makes them brave, a calculated risk. He is fast, but the thieves are faster. They know the limit. 1 inch closer meant death. But the raptors are annoyance. This is a threat. A rival male, drawn by the scent of the kill. They do not rush to fight. Injuries are fatal. They posture, measuring size, measuring power. A game of nerves. He holds his ground. He is the owner of this kill. The rival calculates the odds. Today, it is not worth dying for. The king eats alone. When the king leaves, the night shift begins. Nothing goes to waste. In hours, 4 tons of meat have vanished, recycled back into the Namecht. The rain washes the slate clean. He returns expecting leftovers. But the desert is efficient. The pantry is empty. Hunger returns. The cycle begins again. He owns this landscape, every river bend, every shadow. Seasons pass. The king grows, survives, and ages. Life begins in the sand, not in a nest of twigs, but buried in the warm riverbank, buried alive. The first challenge is just to reach the surface. He emerges, 2 pounds of fluff and instinct. He does not hunt giants yet. He hunts lizards. He is built for speed, trial and error. Most do not survive their first year. But those that do, change. The lanky runner becomes a heavy bruiser. Adolescence is hard. He is too heavy to chase the fast prey, but too small to fight the giants. He learns the most important lesson: patience. He stops chasing. He starts ambushing. He survives. The scars on his face are a map of his mistakes. Now he does not run from anything. He is the king. But the Namecht is cruel. The wet season ends. The herds migrate. Hunger forces risk. He must hunt on the slippery banks. 1 slip could break a leg. A broken leg is a death sentence. Success. The engine is refueled. He has conquered the river. He has conquered the desert. But he cannot conquer the sky. It begins with the sky. A strange haze settles over the valley. The sun loses its warmth. The climate destabilizes. Storms become violent, unpredictable. The lifeline of the Namecht flickers. Floods 1 month, drought the next. The forests recede. The cover for the ambush hunter is disappearing. The ancient migration routes are broken. The herds wander, looking for food that is gone. He walks for days without seeing prey. The floodplain is a ghost town. The giants suffer, but the small find a way. Calories are a currency, and he is running out. The king becomes a beggar, scavenging what he can find. The riverbanks become graveyards. Then the light fails. A curtain of dust draws across the sun. The insects stop buzzing. The birds stop singing. A terrifying silence. He calls out, but there is no answer. He is the last watchman of a dying world. Deep time accelerates. The era is ending. Far to the south, the world is burning. Ash falls like winter snow, but it brings no water. The tyrant walks into the mist and into history. 70 million years of sleep. 70 million years later, the rivers are gone. The forests have turned to dust. Welcome to the Gobi. But the desert remembers. Eroding winds reveal a clue. A single tooth, serrated, black with age, but unmistakable. We follow the trail, and the sand gives up its dead. A massive jawline, wrapped in plaster, protected for the long journey from the field to the lab. Under the microscope, the noise of the modern world fades away. Perfectly preserved, a biological cutting machine. Piece by piece, the puzzle is solved. The king is reassembled. He stands again, a silent sentinel from deep time. He is lighter than T-Rex, more athletic, but make no mistake, he is just as deadly. Science meets imagination. We put the flesh back on the bone. He walked here, a living, breathing animal. Not a monster, but a masterpiece. He continues to rule, not the floodplain, but our imagination. Look into the eye of the tyrant, and he is watching you back. He walked these banks for 2 million years, the undisputed ruler of the floodplains. His reign is over, but the echo of his power never truly faded. The water vanished, the forest died, but the land remains. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The ghost king of the Gobi.